Hey Leos, what is going on? This is your general Tarotscope for Capricorn season. So, you know the drill. Take what resonates, leave what does not. So immediately in the channel, they're showing me this panther running through a jungle. It's like all of these leaves keep brushing through its face. And there's like a little bit of anxiousness or worry in this panther's mind. But then when it like stops to look behind it, there's no one chasing it. So I'm not sure if you're feeling like you're running out of time or if there's something that you are needing to get distance from. But you can ask yourself, like, what is it that you're wanting safety around? Or what is it that you want distance from? And this keeps coming through pretty much for everyone on these readings, but this notion of during Capricorn season, if you need to take time for yourself, to hermit, to decompress, and I would highly recommend that you do so. Because once that panther is able just to look, and it's also a feminine panther, so this could be your feminine, your divine feminine, feeling like it's not safe right now, or feeling like it needs distance from someone. That's a big thing. It's like safety and distance. So maybe it's your job, maybe it's your family, maybe it's your home, maybe it's your city, maybe it's your life in general that you feel like this isn't what I want, this isn't what I wanted, I just feel like I need distance right now, I just need to run away. But you know that's not the right answer, and you also know that there's no one chasing you. So it's kind of like the calls are coming from inside the house, and if there's a temptation just to book it, to leave, to ghost, to not want to deal with what you're going through, that doesn't seem like it's the answer right now. And this also makes sense with Mars currently retrograde in the sign of Leo, and that Mars in Leo, it'll move to Mars in the sign of Cancer on January 6th, but that means for the first half of Capricorn season that Mars in Leo is making an applied opposition to Pluto in Aquarius. So there could be power dynamics, abuse, trauma that is still in your body, that you're doing certain things, you're reacting from a subconscious place, which would make sense, that you're running and running and running, and there's even like trees and leaves and branches hitting your face, but you keep on running, even if it means that's hurting you, but you don't care because there's something that is propelling you forward, whether it is that fear, that trauma, that uncomfortable feeling. But then once you take a moment just to stop running, to stop moving, you can see that there is nothing chasing you. And then it's like this panther under the moonlight, it's really beautiful actually, is able just to go into this like pond, and there's like other birds around just like chirping, and the panther's like, oh, fine. Like it just like puts its whole body into the water and just like instantly is able just to like not cry, but it's just like, oh, like this is exactly what I needed. And potentially cry if you need a good cry in general. But the birds for me symbolize messenger energy, like messages coming, potentially if you feel called to pray at night, to connect with certain people at night, like certain loved ones, that these messages, these positive words are going to be encouraging and healing. But given that the panther is in this body of water, water being emotions, also water being a feminine element, this could also mean that you're connecting potentially with a Cancer, a Scorpio, a Pisces, but you don't need to be. But it's this notion of like you need to allow yourself to slow down, to be a bit more vulnerable, to sit in this body of water, to sit in your emotions. And for some of you, that can be as easy as drawing a bath at night and just connecting to God, source, universe. For some, that means like maybe you're talking on the phone or on FaceTime with a loved one when you're in the bath. Maybe that means like going to a body of water, but there is this connection to the feminine so that we can tap into the emotions and have these intimate, vulnerable conversations. Yes. I giggled because it was such a clear message, and once the channel's done, it's like, bloop, like you're done. I was like, okay, good. So let's see what the cards have to say here, Leos. 2. Okay. So we have Ace of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, and the Death card. I mean, these two cards keep following me in these general readings, and I shuffle nonstop and I clear nonstop, but Obviously, people need to see these for very specific reasons. So if we're talking about new money, new opportunity coming in, but it can only come in through this death and rebirth cycle. We were talking about the Mars-Pluto opposition that is really intense for the entire collective, but especially if you have Leo placements in that first decan of Leo. So if you're into astrology between 0, 9, 10 degrees. But this is also really important that there is potentially even a Scorpio, given that that is a strong energy linked with the death card in tarot, that is going to help you it's like turn this wheel of fortune in your favor, to allow new energy, the potential for new energy, because the aces all in tarot represent an initiation, a potential. And this even can kind of be like God's hand giving you more, giving you the expansion, giving you the healing. But if we're not going to do that complete death and rebirth phase, it's going to be very, very challenging for us to get to that point. Doesn't mean that has to happen all overnight. We know that's not realistic. But if we're committed and we're choosing to let down those walls, Leo, the bottom card is the 9 of Wands, that if we're allowing ourselves to say, okay, in this moment we are safe, going back to the channel, when it looked back, there was no one chasing it. So now in this moment, can we affirm that we are safe? Now in this moment, can we affirm that there is no one chasing us? Can we affirm that now it's okay for us to spend time in our feminine, in our emotions, to help heal certain things from our past that are still affecting us on a conscious and subconscious level? And if we can choose to embark on that journey to change, then we know, hello, that the blessings and expansion are working in your favor. Even just choosing to work on that healing is going to be a step in the right direction, but it also means that you have to know who to block off and who to let in. And that can be challenging. But if you are committed to this work, and even just starting that work, even just choosing to start that work during this Capricorn season, I trust that there'll be some beautiful unlocks for you moving forward. So that is my general reading for Leos this Capricorn season. If you want a more in-depth one-on-one reading, you can book that through Stillwater Alchemy's website. And if you want a host, a myriad, a plethora of other spiritual resources, feel free to join the Alchemy Point, Stillwater Alchemy's online community. You can find more information on that also on Stillwater Alchemy's website. Leos, I'm wishing you a fabulous, healing, expansive Capricorn season, and I'll talk to you soon. Mwah.